welcome back on the New YouTube channel with the Sulfur Cosmo layering stencils. Now, you might think that we're gonna be doing this card, but it is a one layer card, admittedly, very pretty, very nice. But in this set, there is all these three to create the flowers, and then there's this one to create a background. And this is the one we're going to be using today. So I put it into my stamp wheel with the sticky mat, and then we are going to ink blend a rainbow of color on top of this. So I'm going to be using lots of luscious inks, of course, and the little ink blending tools. So we're going to start with Citrus Burst, and this is all going to be in real time, so you can actually see like how long it takes me to do all of the ink blending. And I will be using a different blending tool for every color because I am a little bit extra like that. I like having one for each color so that I don't get color contamination. But now we're gonna take our little brush and we're gonna put it directly to our stencil and our paper here. And I've kind of, you might notice this a little bit further on, I kind of started doing a straight line here, and then with my next color, which is going to be Amber Blaze, I have put all of the ink colors on the screen as well in case you want to write them down. Now here, for some reason, I don't know, I kind of decided to go like in a bit of a rainbow-esque shape and like that kind of arch. And then kind of halfway through, I abandoned that idea. I don't know. I can't explain these things. Things just happen sometimes. But what I should have done here, I should have carried on with the Amber Blaze all the way down to the bottom of that kind of row. But instead I went with the crimson to add that kind of reddish bit, and we've kind of gone a little bit more archy here again. But yeah, it's not going to be long until we kind of go in straight lines again. But it's, you know, just one of those things. Either do as I say or do as I do and end up with very different results. That is entirely up to you. Now, you might see that I will go back and forth between some of the colors here to kind of make sure that I get a nice color. But here first, now, we're gonna take this is an old kitchen towel, and we're going to very gently rub off that crimson ink before we add our puffy heart ink. Because we want, you know, the colors to be the colors that we actually want them to be, not just kind of randomly mixing colors to make a mixture between crimson and puffy heart. So we want each color to stand out on their own. And here you can still see that it's a little bit archy, but all of a sudden I'm kind of going a little bit straighter as well. So yes, not quite sure what's going on here, but you know. Anyway, so now we're going to move on to hydrangea, and we're going to, again, load up our brush. We are going to tap off a little bit of the excess. Now, the reason I do this, especially when I have a new tool, is also to help spread the ink evenly onto the bristles, because I find that it gives me much smoother results. So I don't get those like blobs of ink in places where I don't want them, basically. So it's more to, it's not just about sort of making a mess, although, you know, that happens as well. But it's more about kind of, you know, prepping the brush, prepping the ink, and, you know, just getting the best results. And then also when you do need just a touch of ink, especially when you do like pastel ink blending, you have, instead of going to a super saturated ink pad, you can take a little bit of ink from the lid instead. It works a treat, I tell you. Now we're going to go in with our favorite blue, my favorite blue, Dusk. I love this blue. It is such a gorgeous blue. Love it. Cannot say enough good things about it. But we're going to put this away, and we're going to finish off with our last color, which is going to be Firefly. And we're going to wipe off a little bit of that Dusk again, because the Firefly is quite light, so we don't want any color contamination. No. And again, you will see me here and there kind of going back and forth with the colors to kind of get that nice smooth color blend, like as they're going into each other as well. Now I know that not everyone works the way I do, because I am a little bit of a lunatic. I am not going to lie. I am a little bit of a crafting lunatic. Now, if you want to have just a smallish amount of blending brushes, you know, you can always just clean them off in between. And if you keep one for like your darker color families and one for your lighters, you know, you'll be good with that. You don't have to be as extra as I am. It will probably save you a pretty penny as well, not gonna lie. But now we are almost finished here. So you can see it doesn't take a huge amount of time. And when you really focus on it as well, it's gonna take less than, I mean, we're something like 5 minutes into the video, and we have a beautiful background, but you can kind of see like where I started with the arching and then kind of went to the straight lines. But never mind, it is pretty, it's colorful, and we are going to sparkle this up. Now we are actually going to be using some sentiments from the Sulfur Cosmo stamp set. So this is a product suite that comes with a stamp set, coordinating die cuts, and also the layering stencils. So I have stamped these up with permanent black ink, and then I've used the coordinating die cuts to cut them out. But of course, you know, we must use a little bit of foam tape to pop these up, because otherwise it would be, even with the texture that we're going to add with our bling later, it would be quite flat. And I do love me some foam tape. I cannot lie about this either. So if you haven't gotten onto the foam tape wagon, I firmly encourage you to get on board and take your card making to the next level. Like literally, with, you know, we're gonna pop them up and like create layers and dimension. It is such an easy and fun way to add some texture and amazing, you know, just layers. It just brings your card to life. It's such a good product. Now I would like to extend a crafting Nobel Prize. I can do that because I'm Swedish, to whoever came up with foam tape, because it is seriously one of the best adhesive inventions ever. It really is. So we are going to finish off here with our foam tape, and we're gonna pop these beautiful sentiments on here, and then we're gonna take our bling-a-ling and we're going to add a little bit of a luscious texture. Now, it would be pretty just as it is. And if you're sending this, if you need to send a card like this, you know, you can skip the foam tape and just keep it quite flat, because flatter cards are better for the mail for sure. Now, we're going to be using lots of black onyx gem sparkles, and we're going to be using the smallest size to pop them all in like the middle of these like little mini mandalas, I guess you could say there, or bursts, sparkles. I mean, you can either say they are like snowflakes. Oh, snowflakes. That could work well for Christmas, actually. Okay, side thought there. Yeah, whatever they are. Mandalas, snowflakes, fireworks, sparkles, crystals, whatever. They are so pretty, but we're going to make them even prettier. And we are going to add these bling-a-lings to the middle of them. Now, some of these were just slightly like difficult to add the gems to because of the way I place the sentiments, but I do think it's a better idea to place your sentiments first and then add your bling. So you add your bling as the last thing, so that you don't have any issues where you need to kind of either like pull something off, or, you know, it's just trust me on this one, leave the bling for last for sure. But now our bling is done. We are just going to actually trim this down a tiny bit, because I do like it when your panel, or the panel, has that kind of like little white frame around it when you put it onto a card base. It's such a like tiny thing to do, but it just adds a little something like plus it's another layer, so more texture. Yay! Okay. I probably need to calm down a little bit, but I do get very excited about these like little tips and tricks and stuff, you know. So now we have finished trimming, and we are going to just pop this baby upside down, add some foam tape, or no, not foam tape. Although you could, because that would look really cool as well. But then it would definitely be a hand deliver kind of card and not a mailing card. Now, I don't actually have the Ultinew tape rollers, but I will be adding some of those as well to my ever expanding shopping list. So here we're just going to add a little bit around all of the sides, and a little bit in the middle, just for safety. And then we're going to be wild rebels here. We are gonna just eye it. We are just going to pop this down onto the card base and hope for the best. Usually I do add a little bit of liquid glue on top of the foam tape, or the, sorry, I keep saying foam tape, the tape runner, just to make sure that I do get it, you know, straight. But I think I managed quite well today. Maybe I haven't had too many espressos on the day when I did this, so yay for me. But that is it from me for today. I really hope you have enjoyed this video, and we'll look at your bling and your layering stencil in a new way and just stretch those supplies.
Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.